Could be, you know, but the EG, they ran something similar with the Razor draft where they like didn't really have the super late game, because right now they're playing against two Agi cores and both of their cores are intelligent, so they need to have a good advantage. You know, coming after the laning stage, 10-15 minutes in, they need to have an advantage. Lashrak is a good pick, you know, to deal with the Naga Siren. OD, you got anything to add, anything smart?
No, I mean, I'm just sort of blown away by how greedy IG's gone. I mean, Morphling and Naga, I've got to be honest, I'd be completely surprised if EG aren't able to punish this. And I think EG's going to be able to run them over. I just don't see this level of greed, you know, teams getting away with it in the grand finals of the Major.
Looking good. Coming.
30 seconds
but yeah,
to
Lacoste, I mean,
battle.
obviously a lot of greed with the final two cores of IG. They do have that phenomenal setup and team fight around it.
Yeah, I remember the old cheats, you know, greed is good. You know, sometimes I think in this game it could be punished. Like, EG, they have a really good, they have a fast lineup, they have a maneuverable lineup with the Storm Spirit Beastmaster. I want to see if Arteezy once again gets like an earlier bot so that he can be moving around the map, something that he did on Razor, just to put some more pressure, like you're going to bring that one extra hero.
Yeah, and you like the way that EG ended up, you know, going for the Arteezy Lesh when you can call this was pretty much
a lot of the carries were banned out, like those Radiance type of carries. Also, like you had a really good point, you know, maybe it would be a good lifesteal game because they had really nothing, but then they picked Morphling and they're like, maybe they did not want to go for it, so they decided to go for Lashrak, something that deals well with the illusions right now. Lashrak, just a jungle, jungle Lash.
He's checking out the lanes, making sure that they get the matchups that they want. So Arteezy will continue to head down bottom.
Something that they've done before, multiple times already throughout this major. Just leave Ice on the safe lane, especially when they were playing Alchemist with the Acid Spray. And the Tusk, this time around, they don't have that strong of a tri-lane, but it's still super strong. I remember historically, you know, Disruptor, he was not considered, like every single time, like the tri-lanes were a thing, everyone was playing it. You see a Disruptor, you want to aggressive tri-lane, because what he brings is pretty much just Thunderstrike.
Top lane with set up now, ISO side. Deal with Fly and Kafka putting the pressure on. You gotta find some CS underneath the tower. It's a mid lane matchup. Definitely eyes on how well Timo's gonna be able to do against Arbet. How much he's gonna be able to get up lane, bottom lane. Ollie. Gonna be just slightly off the mark with the stun, but it doesn't matter. G will be the ones to claim first love with the try.
Right now, they're thinking, do we help Duck on the top lane? Made the big pull, will deny some of the creeps, we'll get level 2 by that. But the way EG is playing, like they're sacrificing Ice's Ice Farm, he's one of the craziest players out there. You know, he will eventually do something that might sound or look stupid, and like EG will get the advantage from it. Like remember the Pangolier, when he was playing Pango, just rolling inside the base, going near the tier 4 towers, and then you see like 1 or 2 people rotating, trying to punish that, which opens up more space for EG.
Lane Emo. And get up aggressive onto Arbed. Heroes just baiting each other. Arbed still with Fairy Fires to play with.
Using the healing salve, has a bottle coming up with him, so that's gonna be good. Emo, ooh, that arrow.
Careful. It's over from Crit, and we're seeing already in the mid matchup, Arbed is just having a phenomenal time against Emo in the 1v1. 11 for 6 against 6 for 4. Arbed, so that there's no rotations or any input from the rest of the members of IG around this mid lane. We're going to see Arbed get some very quick item time.
He will be. Also, Mirana without Marcy doesn't seem that strong. He does not have anyone to guide the arrows. Arbed just playing very aggressive on a mid lane with 1-1-1 build. You know, it's a Morphling, very hard to kill, but Arbed so far doing a really, really good job. 15 CS, 8 denies. He has more denies than Morphling has CS. Pretty impressive.
Top lane, they do get the kill onto Ice. I see if Crit can get the return kill onto Kaka. Stick charges. Crit running him down. Kaka can get away from this. He can. It's instant freeze. Crit won't be able to follow. Up top, of course, this is the lane where we imagine EG are going to have the stuff time where it's been set up. We'll see how much Crit's around. to make it a little safer for Ice.
When you have off-laner on the safe lane and he gets a bottle, like I want to see if they will be able to like contest the 5-minute bounty rune. If you don't get it, like there should be crit also pressuring the bottom lane 5 minutes in, just securing the bounties, especially since JT picked up that bottle, you know, so that they don't get any value from the bounties.
He tried to go for the rune, but with a quick waveform, Emo. In. Stop Arbet from getting the bottom, but still 21 and 11 against the 8 for 4. Emo pretty much having no game at all so far in this laning stage, as Arbet has completely demolished it.
He still needs 50 gold to finish off his bottle. Level 4, Storm 5.25. Looks really good for Arbet.
Now bottom flight. You're right here with RTZ by his side. JT and Ollie not going to try and dive anymore. CS at the moment down on the bottom lane. JT 24 and 1 against RTZ 18 and 1. Easy try and turn, but as soon as spells come out, JT's able to push him away. Not able to get too much damage done with the Edict. Up top, Kaka. There, the jungle.
Oh, the glimpse. He does not want him to refill the bottle.
Truly a blessed life.
Shield, but JT's going to have another God's Rebuke in a couple of seconds. Right. Oh, he's
got him. Now that was such nice done by Oli. Using glimpse just to secure that Arteezy is not going to pick up the bounty, refill his bottle, and the spear. They get the rune. Meanwhile, Arteezy is getting some free CS on the bottom lane uncontested.
Goes on up top. Ice. He's back to getting quite a bit out of this thing. Seeing, of course, still the edge for Fly at the moment. He's the top farmer on the board. Fly. No pressure onto the Naga Siren with its lane setup, like all the space in the world. Its lineup. I mean, is it going to be up to EG to make any sort of rotation up towards the Naga Siren? I mean, when are we going to see EG start to group together and go? Is it? How early is that going to happen?
Well, once Beastmaster hits level 6 and get Book 1, they could potentially threaten a kill on Naga with just one hero rotating. Kaka will still be invis. Like mid laners, they like when there's a lot of action happening on the side lanes as well, where like people die and then they get their bottle refilled, especially if they're not controlling the runes, like if they're not using guns. We've seen like both supports coming in, taking the runes instead of being it bottled. Emo, kind of a bit aggressive on the mid lane.
They're really pushing the limits here, two of them. Ben and Emo really testing each other's capabilities. Themselves alive. We're going to see Arbet go for the reset. TV's back to base.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. No gale can stop the flames.
Be able to stay out on the map. So it's like 3 waves away from hitting the 6. Side JT, just about to level 6. At that point, our team is going to have to be very careful down here. Move from Arbet sort of knows that JT's about to, he knows that JT's going to look for an aggressive play, so he's going to be here ready and prepared to back RTZ up.
He's having a really nice read what's happening. RTZ.
Arbet zip in onto JT. He's going to pop the stick charges. Glimpse does separate Arbet for now, but Arbet's ready to come back in. Closes the gap. Gets the kill done, and now RTZ's going to dive in onto Ollie as well.
Arbet get the courier. Yeah, that's such a big move. Like, they didn't get too much out of XP while all this was happening. Like, there was no one on the mid lane. Crit kind of connected. The lost one creep wave, he was pulling the top lane, but the nice move from Arbet. You know, he's back to base, refills his bottle, comes back to the bottom, secures 2 kills, a courier, and some damage on the tower.
Doesn't get much better than that from Arbet's early rotations. Make his way back over to the mid. Crit able to pick up some XP whilst this was happening. The 8-minute rune come into play. Emo and Ollie looking to protect it. Ollie's actually going to take the arrow. Here is Crit's able to find a connection. Arbet, you want to come in for the DJ. Pulled in with the Vortex. Will be able to get the kill. Emo's trying to find Arbet. In return, Arbet. He's out to the side. Now with the regen being pumped, he's going to be able to get back in. If he wants to, as RTZ and Fly, they're running down Emo. Goes away, and Arbet, who used the regen to fly. Doesn't want to zip in too aggressively whilst they don't have vision over there.
Sometimes stars just blind. You know, he picked up that region, he found Jelly straight away, still has that region up and running, so wants to make a move on JT.
JT shows.
Here I am!
Be a little spooky for him, JT.
Whoa, what I
Something
miss?
up. Arbed. Might be able to find him. JT plays it safe. We'll also have Emo coming down here. Emo making his way over. If the two of them can get some sort of a play going. JT does have the arena, but EG, they've got 3 here.
Radiant's bottom tower
Back
is
up
under
a fly.
attack.
Arbed, an
There is
incredibly
little it
tricky
can
hero
do.
to set up on.
IG has 2 farming cores, like Morphling can't make those aggressive moves, both supports kind of need level to be able to rotate, so it's gonna be a lot on JT's shoulders to make the moves. Arena is online, he's level 7, but so is Beastmaster. Necrobook 1 done, Roar available, like they could just set things up. So there's still no Song, he didn't even save a point on Naga Siren, so very killable, but there is a rotation. JT plus Phoenix making a move.
Nice. Definitely the easier of the cores to take down right now. They'll drop the arena, there's no chance for Ice. Rotation on the Beastmaster, same time around mid though. Arbed able to get the jump in onto Ollie.
This is gonna be such a good timing on Orchid from Storm Spirit. Something that the Storm does not like to play.
Dire's top
Morphin does
tower
not
is
like to
under
play
attack.
into where
The Dire's
like
high
that man
has
now
grown
is a
thick.
very costly item, and they don't have like a real save. There is Song of the Siren, but most of
Radiant's
the time
bottom
Naga
tower
and
is
Morphin will not be in the same
fading
spot on the map.
Dire's top tower is under attack. It fights for its life.
Focus around the mid then.
Radiant's
Ice.
bottom tower is under attack.
Radiant with
Radiant's
the
bottom
roar.
tower
One
is
steps
now
up too
but
fast. Space is
kindling.
made.
Dire's top tower
Bottom
is
tier 1
feeling
tower.
its mortality.
He's now back on what he did. Take his objectives very
Dire's
fast.
top tower is under
Set up top,
attack.
Fly being
It
left alone.
fights for its
Tier
life.
1 taken in return. Chris sitting up here, scouting out some activity. It's not going
Dire's
to
top
initiate
tower
anything else.
has
He is
fallen.
purely on his own. Lane, Arbed, Ice, and Fly trying to set up from the side. Ice,
Attack.
wants to try and go for the raw opportunity. It's about it there, but Emo was able to zip out the waveform and stop Ollie right behind. Tricky of a move to be made. Crick continuing to get more information. Remainder of that invis room will now come to a finish, and Arbed get up here, maybe to see if they could start something off. It's hard. Fly around, and they don't know if he's got the song or not, so they are going to respect the Naga Siren.
Smoke from IG. Disruptor still level 5. Phoenix is 6. They might. I mean, they have enough damage if they go with Arena. Once again, Ice. Careful. Let's see what team's raid is. Radiant using the scan. They know someone is in triangle. Yeah, Ice. He looks pretty dead.
Oh! I mean...
A bit of Kale.
I mean, let's see. It was at this moment he realized. I mean, Ice.
They're also laughing. Yeah, they're tipping Ice. You know, just giving that money so he can retire earlier. Just keep collecting it. What I like about EG, it's like warding. Like these 2 wards that they have on the bottom part of the map are pretty much the similar, exact same wards that they had when they played Alchemist offlane when he had the 9-minute battle fury.
Yes.
And those 2 wards did not get warded. You can scout the rotations, possibly like also smoke rotations when people are coming to tier 2 tower, any rotations in the lane, TP rotations, and the deep ward inside the like this area, but still did not get rewarded. So probably the same thing. Nice. Yeah, I'm already dead. Looks pretty dead.
Throw out the raw there as well. Didn't able to achieve anything with it, or maybe it will actually, because Ollie set up very low. Crit and RTZ able to come in and get Ollie in return. She able to chase for more though. Parker and JT a bit speedy with targets. They're out there.
I talked about the itemization on RTZ, like the earlier boots of travel. You can kind of see the patterns in what EG is doing. Pretty much the similar style of playing. Picks up the boots of travel when he was playing the Razor. Like he needs to be greeted this time around because he is the core. Like he needs to be able to scale. Morana ulti. JT, no dust.
Oh! Spears him there. RTZ not going to latch on or anything as he goes straight through the trees. Mid Arbed, very close. See Emo responding to that build. He's going to get the duels first.
Dire's
Okay,
top
'cause,
tower is feeling
like
its
it's a cheaper way of
mortality.
dispelling things. You have no save whatsoever, so he needs to be able to remove those silences. I've seen it a couple of times. It can work.
interesting direction, but definitely a necessary one. In the jungle, Fred trying to get in on this, leap straight in the middle of them, and leap into his death. Obviously, no real chance of getting away with the 3 points on Glimpse. Ollie would always be able to bring him back, so Fred just trying to get in and do as much damage as he could before he goes down.
Beastmaster, he's really struggling this time. He got caught 3 times. The start of his early game wasn't really good because he was playing into dual lane against the Beastmaster.
Go for JT, but JT can get the arena down. What's over from RTZ? The arena wall still holding back EG. Not able to set up anything off the back of that Roar attempt. Also likewise for
Dyer's
JT, his
middle
ult also on
tower is
cooldown.
learning to fear.
He has enough money to buy a Blink Dagger, to just go to base, pick up that Blink Dagger. No arena, but he can always make those
Dyer's middle
spear
tower
plays
is
into
under
the towers, into buildings or cliffs. Storm
Radiant's bottom
just finished off
tower is
the
under
order.
attack.
13 minutes in. Does anyone have a smoke? There is one smoke on crit, but oh, Emo.
Radiant's bottom tower
Like, he's super
is
close. Like, he just needs one
fast.
CS to be able to actually get that Yule Scepter, and then he will have a way of dispelling this.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Definitely needs pressure. Moment in time, IG with the greedy lineup with a Morphling and a Nagasar, and then they
Radiant's
are
bottom
2,000,
tower has
3,000
fallen.
gold ahead.
The pace of battle
They feel,
quickens.
much safer going into the late game. Their team fight is much stronger. EG, they are the ones who need making stuff on the map with the Orchid on a Storm Spirit. Like, they should try to look for a pickoff. Like, IG seems like they're having a really good read what's going on. Just going together, also smoking up. Arteezy just showed on top.
They're able to close in on him on time. Going straight towards him over the mid lane. Jumps going to be made onto Emo first though by EG. He's going to take down the Morph. RTZ in trouble. The Spear actually missing. Dropping the static stop. High big ball for the rest of EG to TP over. RTZ will still go down. Fly unable to help him from the high ground. Looking back onto Arbet. Arbet will be taken straight back to the mid.
Yeah, Fly use a Photic Shield on himself. I don't think it would matter. I believe he was already dead. But nice move rotation. They still lose one. IG should be careful when the rest of the team is using the smoke like that. You need to be very careful, like what you're doing with the hero, especially as a Morphling. We said that Ice is kind of struggling this time around. Has a boost 15 minutes in, but he also has a boost.
Trying to get the grab onto my side. Still going to lay down the Roar. The arrow follow-up. Quick jumps in with the burst, but they got enough. They do. JT taken down.
And now they can start putting pressure on this tower. This tower's actually, and they have 4 points of eating, but they're easy. Like, you need to be a bit more careful. Yes, you have a battle behind yourself. You're still very strong. The only item you have is Kaya, so you don't have that
There
much
is
HP.
still much to be done. Radiant's bark
But
has grown
for a
thick.
chance to get in on this.
Dyer's top tower is
Risk
under
it.
attack.
The high ground of IG's triangle. Back on track. Taking
Dyer's top tower is under
yet to
attack.
slow down the
It
farm
fights
really
for
of
its
Fly
life.
Fly. 9k net worth
Radiant's
coming
middle
in.
tower is under attack.
Fly
It will
has
fall like a ripe
been
apple.
having an amazing
Dyer's
time
top
most of the
tower
time
is
on
under
the
attack.
top lane, has that Manta style which will increase his farming capabilities, going into Scotty next, just wants to be able to tank up. He understands most of the damage comes from the flash track. Song,
Dyer's top
Song set up
tower
Ollie
is
has no Static Storm. They could drop everything on RTZ and they will. Static Storm, Supernova down. Ryan RTZ up and trying to take down the edge to make it look they can't. Supernova successful. RTZ goes down. Fine. Buy himself a bit of time with the borrowed time. Chasing down and bringing back they can. Ollie with the glimpse. Gets Fly back in the reaches of JT and Kaka as Fly will slowly be burned down.
yeah, that was such a clutch Yule Scepter coming out from the Morphling there. Yes, you heard that correctly. Yule Scepter from the Morphling, who wanted to have something to repel silence coming out from the
Dyer's top
storm,
tower is
and
under
he uses
attack.
it
It
just to
fights
keep
Radiant's middle tower is under
managed to get
attack.
off in a
It will
team fight.
fall like a
Lost
ripe
touchdown.
apple.
Caught by EG. Every single time I see that item, I'm like, yeah, this is good, because your position 4, your position 5, you'll always want to hold that item.
Playing RTZ. Still alone at the moment. Gonna try and open up on Emo here. Moves in with a stun. He's gonna be able to find him. Emo was not ready for that one bit. Zartizi strikes from the shadows and gets solo kill onto the Morph. Open the triangle. Arbet leading in with the backup of Ice. They drop the ball down onto JT. JT will fall. Firefly trying to go for Arbet, but Arbet still with mana to play with as he's out there.
You can see the damage coming up from the Naga Siren. Good pickoffs, especially the one from our TPC, pretty much the solo kill. Now he starts to put some pressure on the top tower, needing such a powerful ability
Radiant's
against
top
the
tower
towers.
is under attack. It shall encroach no more.
Buildings as fast as they need to be really in a second.
Radiant's
Coming up
top
to 18
tower
minutes
has
in.
shattered.
They've already taken 4 towers away. Whilst they themselves,
I
they've
foresee
only
the
lost the one
Radiant's
tier
top
1 top.
tower falling shortly.
Right. Using Arteezy here with his aggressive positioning. Emo. Try and lead in onto Fly. Get the glimpse back onto Chris. Static Storm dropping well. Fly trying to do his best to keep clear alive from outside of Storm. And Quick will still fall. Emo moving in onto Arteezy.
Arteezy on
Good setup. JT still tumbling. Arena down. And looking out onto Arteezy. But not surviving with Arbed. It was the silence. Stops the combo from JT. Arbed, the savior, coming in to turn it around. And Fly, he'll also fall. As EG,
Dyer's
they're
middle
able to
tower
take
is under
down
attack.
They're going to go straight
Straight
for the
into
pit.
pit. Yeah, try to get that Aegis. Arteezy was running low on mana, manages to get the Arcane Ring, just a bit more damage. And you said it, Abed just stops the combo. He understands where the most of the damage is going to come from. They have Fly on a Batten, keeping them alive. Arrow inside the pit. Can't connect. Okay, they can't respond to this. They do not have Naga Siren for 20 seconds. Song will be available, but this is exactly how we need to play. Like, they need to be aggressive, they need to make stuff happen right now, get some advantage with their lineup.
IG definitely going to be a little shaken up after that last move.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
They lead at the moment for EG.
Yet stand.
In a very close position here between these two teams. EG are getting these objectives, but it's not like IG's cores are falling behind in far. Both Emo, especially Fly, getting a lot out of the game right now. Already halfway pretty much towards the Skadi. Fly. You see that fight, that turnaround again, as it really did look like it absolutely could have gone IG's way. If JT was able to get in and get that combo down onto Arteezy, taking the Lesh out, it would have looked a whole lot different.
Arrow.
Do have the ults up IG. IG could look to set something up. It's a lot harder now that there is that Aegis on Arteezy. Emo. Boy, he's got to be careful, Emo. JT. Arteezy's also got to be careful. JT's able to get in, spear Arteezy overwatch, but takes down the edge. Now Arbed, he's in the backline. He's put them around. See Emo disabling Arbed for now. Looking yours, Arbed still sitting off the side. But Supernova's going to be successful to start. Tackles 3 of them. Arteezy down. Arbed goes back in overwatch. Only brings down the disruptor.
Dyer's
Long setup from Fly being used here to actually allow IG to back away.
Tower is under attack.
Oh man, this was such a big move. Like, he caught Morphling, but there was no real follow-up. They just needed
Tower is under attack.
one extra stun and an arrow or Storm Spirit jumping in. Then Storm jumps on the Phoenix, who manages to get the Supernova off. And once again, those Yule Scepters, just keeping them in the air so the egg can go off. Like a bit of a throw there. Arteezy, like, he lost the Bloodstone charges as well. On top of that, he thought he was tanky, but the team was not there.
Stupid!
No, not at all. Just a little too far forward away from the rest of the squad, and not the usage out of the Aegis that EG kind of need to get when they're running a lineup like this. These sort of deaths and slowdowns in the process that they're going for with their job. It's going to hurt.
That was kind of like a shocked Pikachu face, or what's going on? Where's the rest of the team? And this will slow them down. Like, still, Morphling doesn't deal that much damage. You didn't get the Manta style, you know, so you don't get the stats. Yule Scepter is a cheaper way of dispelling things. Now going into E-Blade, so that's gonna help out quite a lot with dealing the damage. But still needs some more time. You know, he's not a real carry in this game. He's not a Siren.
Primo, follow up here with the Raw and the arrow. Everything being laid down onto Emo with the stun. They've got it. Not enough strength being built up. Emo will fall. Ollie will as well. ZG make moves here with the 4 of them. Arteezy will also come over to start bringing in the top lane. Start pressuring the tier 2s again. EG just continue to make these moves, enable Arbed. Arbed is very close to the BKB, just a recipe away.
Tree shall ever grow there. Double damage!
Still having a flawless game. 6-0-5 on the Storm Spirit.
Abed this time around, like, he does not want to go for any greedy items. He needs that BKB. He wants to be able to jump the back lines, does not care about Sog. They have literally no abilities that go through Magic Community other than Supernova, but Abed's job is just going to be, like, I'll try to go get a jump on Phoenix. It's not going to be that easy because Phoenix has Yules right now, so they need some follow-up.
progress-wise for IG Fly. Skadi is going to be done for the next fight. And this Naga Siren is going to be huge. EG, they're going to have to be really prepared to deal with and keep their distance from Fly. If they get any sort of lockdown onto the cores, Fly will tear them apart.
Fly also going for a color coordinated build, like everything is kind of greenish, bluish. I really like that. Like even the neutral item is also greenish.
Its foundation.
Looks good.
Yeah, after seeing Arteezy, you know, bringing out the fashion, it's like maybe I can't do it in real life, but I'll do it in game. Matters more.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. There is little it can do.
About fashion on Naga Siren is what did Naga Siren wear to the maps test?
Radiant's bottom tower is fading fast. Dire structures are fortified. Doom is on the way. Structures are fortified.
Morphling still put some pressure. He's not that easy to kill, but if they try to surprise him one more time, there is always going to be this Sun Ray right now. Also Phoenix getting a ton of harm. Field Scepter going for that F.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There is
little it can do.
Look at the song set up. They're a little too close to each other. Ice and Crit. They're looking pretty tasty here. Ollie. It lays down the storm combo. They're caught it. They'll try and get the best of the arena's down. Evo comes in, blows up Crit, takes down Ice out of sight.
Oh yeah, that was such a beautiful song on Mirana. First thing that comes to my mind is They actually got Mirana there, and beautiful song. Nice setup. JT getting closer to the BKB. Like once he gets that, there's still like Edict, there's the Beastmaster Roar. I still feel they will need to they have a lot of problems right now with EG because they feel like they're under pressure. They need to be doing stuff. You're playing into two agi carry heroes. You have like your Leshrac, your Storm, their intelligence. So IG's lineup is much better in the late game.
Aggressive moves going. Fly. That's here around the boundary screen spot. We'll be able to get the pickup on it. They don't really want to commit on it because they know there's backup coming in. Arbed sits straight over, looking towards the Mars. Mars will be healed up by the Sunray. Side RCZ looking towards Fly. Arbed's in. He's a little low on mana, Arbed. They can continue to chase down Fly. They can't. Fly will be fine. JT comes in with a spear to push Fly back.
Fly just a bit too speedy. Fly has one fly, you know, so it makes a lot of sense.
Fly equals...
Yeah, it's like having, you know, 2 horsepower and the other guy has 1 horsepower. It's has double the amount. So more speedy, which makes a lot of sense.
Like a ripe apple.
Arrow does not connect.
Damn it. Japanese needs to now going to put the Bloodstone heal. BKB popped by Arbed. Arbed trying to push back JT. He's on mana. Supernova comes out. They've got to back off. Nemo. To the left, activated damage over the side. They put the raw. The arrow. That's a 5-second arrow. A beautiful hit there from Crick. Coming in for the side. Fly. He's got to turn. He's got to run. He gets the song off in time. Fly. He will live.
Oh,
but he has to run.
So unfortunate. Like, they just got BKB delivered on the Leshrac. If he had that like 2 seconds earlier, he would probably be able to chase down Naga Siren. All they needed was like maybe 2 hits from the Pulse Nova. But what an arrow from Crit. Like Crit just
that was pretty much max arrow. Yeah. And well, Ollie needs to change his underwear after that one. that was a real too close
one for sure. So next Roshan may respawn in 20 seconds. We'll see. It's going to be a longer respawn. If it's like an early respawn, EG should just try to go inside. They know that the song is on cooldown. They also want to have that level 18 on Naga Siren. It's a big difference. 40-second difference between level 2 and level 3 ulti.
Check this fight again, as you say, just getting on RCZ. He didn't quite have the BKB delivered yet, so struggled to really take that fight to its full potential.
And here comes Sniper. Look at this.
I mean, it was the combo as well. The raw from Ice actually pushing the Naga Siren into the arrow. So a real combo play there between the two of them.
Yeah, the real combo was actually overlapping stunts. And unfortunately, no, it was a sick arrow, but they needed a little bit more damage, like 200 damage. JT
getting on here, already back in the action on the backline. Narman jumping over towards Hunter. Hunter's not able to die back inside. Emo's big on the front. Emo's down.
I foresee the Radiant's
with those 2 kills, they can look to continue to push up, take this tier 2 tower.
Man, Emo, he does not get the shit off. This is like third or fourth time already. He was not able to get it off. E-Blade is done, but the tier 2 tower also gone. Roshan, long respawn time. This was like full duration respawn, 3 minutes. Fred has also a Spirit Vessel, so that's going to help quite a lot against those heals, the overtime damage. EG 5k gold lead for now.
Likely to get a lot of value out of the Vessel this game. Of course, always good against the more. Sure, he's got a way to dispel it, but as we're seeing most of the time, he has to use that to sort of silence it if he gets jumped upon by Arbed. So there's always.
It's also, you need to be careful about that Fuel Scepter. It's a great setup for Mirana's Arrow. They have 2 Fuel Scepter. It's a good item. Kaka this time around just changing things a bit. He wanted to get the Hex against the Storm Spirit. Decides to go for the full pipe. He was extremely farmed. I think it's correct. Playing into Lashrak, playing into Storm Spirit, there's going to be a ton of magical damage. You just want to be able to tank up yourself and your own team.
Looking to wait around the Roshan timer. A minute and 2 sub. Ice, he's heading in. Found Oli here with the army. Fly, trying to hold him back. The BKB down from Ice, he's going to fly, and then jump in. Draws down. Arbed, Kryn, Ice, surrounding him. Tanky, but he's not tanky enough there to withstand the damage here from 4 members of EG. The rest of IG just nowhere close enough to help out.
And Beastmaster this time around also has a BKB ready just to be able to go in. Like, they don't have abilities that go to that community. JT.
Arteezy's found him here with the help of Fly. He's going to drop the arena, but there's no way for JT to run. He's going to try and TP, but with a BKB up on Arteezy.
Yeah,
straight through the wall and takes him down. That was a bit of an unnecessary loss there for IG after they'd already lost 2 out on the map.
JT stance was just TP, but this time around did not really work out.
No.
It was, that most of the time that's not going to work out. Damage coming out from Lash is just a bit too high. They're also controlling the outpost, the 3:30-minute mark.
Yeah, that hurts for sure now. He's going to get some space. I mean, back in my day, JT was bringing Sexy back, and nowadays he doesn't even know how to get back.
Easy shot, shadow.
He needs that BKB. He's also a bit like under level. He's level 14, 30 minutes in, while Beastmaster's almost level 20.
See Arteezy there having a bit of a giggle.
The prize is mine.
737 hit. Home. I think Arteezy. I think he's taken all the times this week, Arteezy.
I see no difference. Like, I played Dota for 15 years. Stones were not that long in Dota, but every single time it happens, like someone just steals my throne.
Yeah, no, there is. Arteezy's.
If this was a pop game, Arteezy's getting reported. This is an Overwatch case for sure.
If Arteezy was in my pub, I think he let him get the Let the fun begin. Here we go down mid. Ahmed. Look for leading on to Kaka. They might be able to do something with this. They do. Ahmed switches the BKB, gets straight in onto JT. JT in trouble. Trying to back off, but JT's down. Ahmed now to the high ground. He's looking to begin to cancel the Firefly. The jump to the Supernova. The Firefly just gets taken out. There's no hope for him. The Supernova will go off. JT's come back in with a buyback, but there's no Firefly for 50 seconds. Emo taking everything. Ahmed just running them down. Arteezy into the base on top of Emo. Emo's dead. No buyback on him. JT in trouble. It's going to be a buyback on command. They'll call it GG as EG will take game 1.
Man, this was their timing. Like, they grouped around, they got the couple of pickoffs, even without going to the second row, they were feeling themselves. The damage coming up from the Lashrak, he was super farmed. JT caught the arrow. Like, that arrow was pretty much straightforward. He catches it, and it feels like the game's over after he catches that arrow.
Yeah, a bit of sort of, for IG at least, a bit of an anticlimactic again for them. They're having this whole time farming very well against EG. Fly having some excellent gains in terms of the items. And then those last few moves, getting caught out with the 2 of them over on EG's half of the map. And then in the mid, JT going down, and then it just all